Hey guys, what a night. Alright, I'll give it to you right now. Oh, so I go to bed, nothing happens for a week. I'm at this new Christ. It's hard to explain. They moved me to this new Christ I've never met before. And there's a town called St. Lucian in the spirit world, level 3 or something like that, level 4, level 3, 3 and 4. And there's a bunch of Christs that live in there. I was with a couple of them. Then they moved me to a new guy and told me his name was St. Lucian. So he's the actual saint and he lives in this town. Alright? But their names are different. So I don't understand. Anyway, I can never figure it out. But anyway, I'm with him. He lets me free. He healed me up. I haven't heard a thing all week while I was awake. You know, them talking to me in my head. Really nice stuff, really nice. Anyway, I go to bed last night after watching Lethal Weapon, the movie Lethal Weapon. Not the movie, the series on Netflix. So that's what I get to watch, right? Netflix. So anyway, they got a series out called Lethal Weapon, based off the movie. Anyway, it's pretty good. It's pretty funny. I've been watching that. That has something to do with this, but I don't know any connections yet. Other than the weapon and police or something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the dream. Tell you what happened all the way up till now. I go to sleep and there's a suburb over here, and it feels like California or something, or LA type suburb. Total blue sky, hot, deserty type feeling, but there's a suburb of houses. And all it's like a suburb where all the houses are the same pretty much in a desert area, something like that. And I'm in a school. And it's a recurring dream. I've had this dream a couple times. And I'm in a school, and the hallway is like a T. It's like a T. And I'm playing around in the school, I'm playing in the school with a bunch of kids. There's 3 kids. One was a girl, and we found out there was this thing in the school. There was some kind of thing in the school, in the hallway, and it was shaped like you put your hands on it like this. I don't know how to explain it. It's T-shaped, proper T-shape, but it goes through. It's more like exactly like a cross, a Christian cross, and that's what it looks like, more or less. And it's metal. It's solid metal. So I'm looking at this thing, and it's sitting, and it's attached to 2 wires in the middle of the hallway of the school. And so we're touching the wires and everything, and it's going up and down like this in the school. It goes up to the ceiling of the school, and then it comes down, and it goes up, and it comes down like that. And it's sort of like bouncing on a string. And the string's tied off to each wall of the hallway. And we're playing around with it. And somebody touches it. And it shoots white lasers out. Shoots out white lasers out the 2 sides of it. So it's like a weapon. You hang on to it, and it's got 2 lasers, two protrusions of the cross, and it shoots out white lasers. And so we all freaked out when it shot off the lasers, and we stopped playing with it. But I kept playing with it, and as I'm playing with it, the other kids started playing with it. Then I went back and I'm watching. I'm trying to figure out what the hell is this thing, right? And somehow I know what it is. I don't just instinct, I guess. I know what it is. It's a weapon, and I want to stop it. I want to get it down so these fucking kids don't hurt themselves. And they're just little kids, like grade school kids. And I want to get it down. And all of a sudden, this guy comes running out of nowhere. He's got black curly hair. He's got sunglasses. He's got blue jeans on, a light blue shirt that's done up, buttoned up, a light blue long sleeve shirt. And he comes running up, and he's like, "Get the fuck away from it, get away from this thing." He's like, "Get away from it, get away from it." And he reaches up and he grabs it. And he's telling the kids to get away from it. And I'm standing there, and all of a sudden, I don't know how, he knows that I know. He knows that I know. And I said, I say something to the effect, I don't know exactly what I said. I said, "You can't have that. You're going to hurt somebody with that. That's bad," right? And I'm like, I'm a little kid too, but I'm not. And I'm like, that's a bad thing. You shouldn't have that. And he's like, and I go, "I'm going to fucking tell somebody," right? I'm going to go tell. And then he gets mad. And he goes, "Oh yeah, you think you're going to tell?" And I'm looking at him, he's yelling at me, and I just get DOD, Department of Defense. Department of Defense. And this guy, when I'm looking at him, I feel he's from the Department of Defense. And that's all I know. And this is something like, this is a weapon that he created, right? And so I'm like, I'm going to tell, fuck you, right? And so he grabs this thing and he shoots it at me, and it's white. And he shoots it at me, and it passes by my head or my shoulder or something, right? And then he goes, "Oh yeah, you want to know what this thing can do? Smart ass," or something like that. And he shoots it again. He points it at me. It's like he holds it out in front of himself, and I'm right down from that one of them lasers that shoot out of this thing. He holds it in front of him, and it shoots a laser down towards me, and it's red. It's red, like red, and it shoots past me, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" And I knew that was more powerful than the white laser, the red one. So I start running down the hallway as fast as I can. This guy's gonna blast me with this laser, trying to fucking kill me, right? And I really felt, I'm running as fast as I can. I'm running as fast as I can, and there's a door. The end of the hallway is too far away before he shoots me with the laser. And he's aiming it. He has to aim it down the hallway like this. So he's turning his hand like that, trying to hit me with it, right? And I start running. All of a sudden, I see the laser go by me on this side, and it's hitting the wall in front of me. And then it comes down to the floor. He tries to shoot my feet, and I jump up in the air. And the laser goes underneath my feet. And then I figure in my head, I'm flying now. I'm running as fast as I can. I'm flying, and I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna hit the hallway and take a left, because the hallway or the door is right there, left, and I can get in there away from the laser. So just as I come down, he pulls it up where it came from under my feet, and then he shot it like that. He hit it like that, and it hit me. As soon as I touched the ground, I was getting ready to go into the room. He hit me in the shoulder, and pretty much that's the last thing I know. He hit me with this fucking laser. My whole body went like that, just went nuts. It was like my soul, all my skins, my soul just went right, and he hit me right here in my shoulder and my shoulder blade. That's where he hit me, and I fell to the ground. And you ever stick your tongue or your finger in a light socket? All right, that's what it's like. It was just like that. But my whole body went, and my heart, I almost left my body. I saw myself leaving my body, and I was being pulled back in. I pulled back in, I was leaving it, and I pulled back in. I was leaving my body, I pulled back in, because of your white light, right? So it's like my white light, my inner light is here, and my soul went, and if that would have disconnected, if I didn't have that internal strength or whatever, dead. But that was going on as I hit the ground, and I was freaking out. I was getting electrocuted or whatever. I hit the ground and I woke up. I heard my innocence screaming something. I thought I was dead. I'm like literally holding my heart and with my spirit holding my heart. And I figured this guy's coming up on me and he's gonna kill me again. All of a sudden, Christ comes fucking running down. He's freaking out. He grabs me, he fucking hugs me, and comes right inside me. So I'm like channeling Christ now. Like he's right inside me, Christ. And he's telling me, what happened? He's screaming, what happened, what happened, what happened, what happened? All this stuff. And I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And I can't even talk. So I just let my spirit talk. And I couldn't even hear him. I could see Christ and I could hear him. And as he was in me, he's screaming at his wife and he's screaming at other Christ. Within a second, there was like 2 other Christs and his wife was getting other important people and they were talking to my kids. And one of the kids, my wife was gone, one of the kids was gone, and the other kid, one of my kids, was watching me and she was crying. And I'm listening, and he goes, what'd you see? What'd you see? And he goes, Rich just started shaking like crazy. Like, he just started shaking. And then, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I was sleeping. But she told him that I started shaking, so he called her. And my innocence called him. And he came down. He's in me. He's telling me. And then my innocence starts describing everything. What happened in the dream. So I tell him everything that's happened in the dream. But I just told you. And then what the hell happened after that? I told him everything that happened in the dream. Then I brought him Christ is still inside me, and I go, come on, I'll show you. I'll show you the dream. I go, I need you to feel what I'm feeling. And I told him about the Department of Defense. And it wasn't the aliens. I go, it was about aliens. It was about aliens, but it wasn't the aliens. And I go, I don't feel the aliens and I don't hear the crickets. And those are 2 things that I always go by when the aliens are coming. Those were my first indicators to tell me the ETs are coming. My guys. I go, it was about aliens, but it's not my guys. And then he said, okay, so I go into the dream, I'm standing in the hallway and I'm looking at the little thing. And I reach out and I grab it and I go, here, take it. And there's 3 other Christs and police and all this, whatever they are, all these fucking super important people all around me screaming, yelling, my head's fucking going, rah! I reach out and I grab this thing, and just as I'm grabbing it, Christ goes, don't worry, I got it, and he takes it away. And it's like a cross and it shoots out lasers. He goes, I got it. And then I go, okay, well, here's the guy. And I showed the guy, I hooked up to the guy, and I willed myself to him. Christ goes, we got him. So I'm like, good. So Christ got the guy and the weapon. And he seen the school, the layout, and I told him, and then they took him away, the same Christ that's in me. I reenacted the dream with him, the whole dream of what happened and all the people in it, in the school. And I told him that has to do with the DOD, the Department of Defense. And he's like, and I just told him everything, what my instincts were and stuff like that. And so he sort of left, but he wouldn't leave. He was right on me, sitting on me. And I got up, had a cigarette or 2. Then I was afraid to go back to bed for like an hour, so I just sat there looking at Facebook pictures, trying to. And then I went back to bed, and I started floating all over the place, like just floating all over. And I go, Christ, you gotta tie me down, man. I can't. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's freaking me out. So he tied me down, and he binded me. So it's like a straight jacket, and he ties you down to his like bed. So you go to Christ's bed and they tie you down, and it's a nice happy place, and you sleep. Your soul can't go. And basically that's what he did. So I'm in a dream now. I go back to bed. I'm in a dream, and I'm in this neighborhood, and I come up. These kids were playing with me. We were throwing tomatoes at each other. You know, we're just kids playing. We're throwing tomatoes at each other. And then all of a sudden the police come. Like, what are you kids doing over here, creating problems or something? Like, these are normal cops. I'm like, we're having tomato fights. And he goes, oh yeah? With these tomatoes? And we go, yeah. And he goes, well, you better run. And he starts throwing tomatoes at us, right? And so we throw tomatoes back at him. So we're having a tomato fight with the police. And then I woke up from that dream. Then, Christ, this has been about from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Oh yeah, and I told Christ, when I woke up, and when I woke up from the DOD bad dream, where I got killed, where I almost got shot, it was exactly 3:30. Because as soon as I had that episode and I got my fucking brains together, I looked at my clock. It was 3:30 a.m. I told him that, and he freaked out. I go, that's the time the ETs always come. But there was no ETs. There was no ETs. So it's like the witching hour, 3:30. Anyway, also, there was something else. I just forgot it. Damn, it was good too. My innocence said something to Christ. It was really important. Oh, what happened when I woke up? Oh, as I grabbed the guy. Listen, I'm just watching this in my head. My soul's watching this. I'm watching this in my head. My soul's doing all the work. As Christ gets the guy, all of a sudden I hear my innocence screaming. Goes, "You missed me, you dumb son of a bitch! You hit me in the heart." He goes, "You didn't hit me in the heart. You hit me in the shoulder, you fool." He goes, "Can't you aim your weapon?" And this is what my soul said, right? My innocence. He goes, "You missed my heart, fool. You missed my heart, fool." Like that. I'm like, yeah, give him shit. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say. That was when you're just laying there and you're watching all this happen inside you, in the astral world. It freaks you right out, the things that come, man. So after the police were throwing tomatoes at each other, I woke up. Christ right in me. Kids are around me. Christ says, "We got the guy." Basically what happened was he had built this weapon, and he used to work for the Department of Defense, but he died, and he continued building super weapons, right? And so he built this one in the astral world. I'm taking it was not in Christ consciousness, okay? So he kept building these things, but it wasn't in Christ consciousness. I was in a school. School is learning for me and for the kids, and this guy was using the school as a cover to build the secret weapon. But I found his fucking secret weapon in the school within God, okay? I found out about him. He goes, once you found the weapon and you started playing with it, he got nervous because he thought he was gonna get found out by you, and he was, and so he tried to kill you or shoot you. All right, and that's what he did, and he was trying to kill you. Now that's his world, okay? I'm in the body, but I'm also a soul floating around doing my thing. And so I'm like, how did I even know all this was going on? And he goes, that's God, man. He goes, that's how God works. He goes, you can't explain it. It's just how it works. And he goes, but he goes, we honor you, all this shit. And he goes, people are freaking out. Christs are freaking out all over the place that you found this guy. And he goes, the weapon, you wouldn't believe it. He goes, we never seen anything like it. And it's made to kill. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And he goes, yeah, if it would have hit your heart, you probably wouldn't be here. And I'm like, holy shit. And my whole nervous system, all my ligaments, the nervous system that goes down your arms like that, all hurt. In my neck, up in here, all hurts, down my back and my legs, even my balls hurt. my whole nervous system hurt. And waking up from that, right after that happened. And I'm still pumping the energy out from that now. So anyway, I lived through it. But it was only like this far from my heart. Oh, fuck. Oh, I was freaking. I was afraid to go back to bed and everything, man. And I thought it was a looky-loo, right? You know, one of the ghosts that come here just came in, like a demon or something, went, grabbed me by the throat or something, and scared the shit out of me. So, no, I found this guy, and the guy worked. Now, get this, the guy used to work. I go, check out his clothes. I go, that's 1970s, 1980s, early 80s clothing. I go, sunglasses, curly short hair, fucking denim type jacket, pants, I don't know if they're blue jean or corduroy pants, something like that. The guy looks like he's out of 70s, 1970. I go, and he goes, yeah, he worked for the Department of Defense and he died and he continued his work. And I go, yep, I always hated them motherfuckers. And I go, all them guys, hate them all. Like, even from back in the 60s and that, so I'm busting their ass. He goes, yeah, basically, God got you to take care of this guy before he could do any damage. And I'm like, that's right. That damn near killed me, though. Then mom screaming, don't you worry, I got your back. And I'm like, oh, like I had a choice. I didn't even know I was getting into trouble. Mom, God, just puts me in these situations. Like, she knows shit. Well, Rich can take care of it. Puts me in there. Then Christ comes down, busts his ass. It's awesome, man. And that's how it works. And that's why these things always keep happening to me, man. In my videos, you can check, there's other ones where I busted people. Anyway, that was a biggie. That was a big one. Then, right after I got shot, I was singing this little tune in my head. And I knew it was a Black Sabbath tune, but Black Sabbath's got like 20 albums, and I was supposed to find out the song. So anyway, I'm singing the song in my head. I woke up the second time, and I told police, I told Christ, I go, hey, there's a song I'm singing in my head since this has happened, and it has to do with what happened to me. Christ is like, okay, well, can you find out the song, and we'll check it out. And I'm like, on it. So I spent an hour. I wrote on my Facebook page, I damn near died, and I spent an hour looking for this song. You ain't gonna believe it. I'm gonna put the song in the. I found the song. It's Black Sabbath, Master of Reality, Into the Void. Read the lyrics. Read the fucking lyrics, man. Holy shit. Check the date when the album was made. I didn't check it yet, but I'm sure it adds up right to the Department of Defense guy. So I'm sure back in the day when this guy's alive on Earth or when he died, he was listening to this album. I'm not sure. I don't know. But the lyrics, boom, blew me away. You're gonna freak, man. You are gonna freak. So I'm gonna put this in the description and on Facebook, and I'm gonna put it in the group underneath so you can check it out. I woke up after I got shot the big time. That was playing in my head. The song was playing in my head. Not the song, the words. I don't even know the words. I had to look them up. It's just the melody of the song, the guitar work of the song. There's a little like a rhythm to it or whatever, and I was singing that in my head. Then I fell asleep again, had a cop dream, woke up singing the song again. That's when I caught the song, and I knew it had to do something, because I've had that song in my head ever since I got shot by the laser. The DOD guy. Then I went and looked it up. I found the fucking thing. Black Sabbath, Master of Reality, Into the Void. Read the lyrics. Holy shit. Christ is in me. I'm listening to the song, and my spirit, my innocence, is reading the words off the video and singing them to Christ. Christ is writing them down. Holy fuck. And that's how God works, he says that. Christ goes, that's how God works. I'm going, yeah, I know. But it's hard to get around. You had wrap your head around in the moment, you know. But after it's all said and done, get some information. Check it out. All right, so I have to go buy food in a couple hours, so I gotta get this on the internet. All right, guys, be careful in your dreams out there. Have Christ in you. If I did, you don't want to wake up in the void or in zero or in purgatory. Anyway, for me, that's for me anyway. Later, guys.